Each week, of course, we're joined by a top country star who stops by the studio to give me a hand counting down the hits. Lon, this week, it's great to see and hear Keith Urban. How are you, more importantly?
I'm well, thank you.
Good, good. And we should probably start there, just with, because I'm sure all your fans have seen some things about you and how you're doing, but obviously you've been singing a little bit, so you're recovered?
Yeah, fully recovered, and it was a total success.
That's really good news. Because I know that has to be scary.
It is a little bit, yeah. I mean, they're literally operating right on your cords. I mean, cutting your cords open, really.
Yeah.
Very, very strange. But the technology has come so far, and the understanding and knowledge of what not to do is extraordinary. And really, a lot of people may or may not know the horror stories that Julie Andrews experienced. She had her cords operated on and lost her voice after the surgery.
Right.
But she single-handedly has been really involved in improving the awareness and the understanding of vocal cords and vocal cord surgery, and she's been extraordinarily effective at getting money raised to support research and that sort of thing, yeah.
Did you have it done here in town?
I actually went up to Boston to get it done.
Okay.
Just because John Mayer is a good friend of mine, and the guy that operated on him John, emailed me and he said, "This is the guy you got to go to." And then the next thing I knew, there was several people that I knew that had been to him, and they all highly recommended him.
Pretty astounding. I've seen just little videos of the vocal cords and that from people who have had some surgery, and it's like it's really an amazing, I don't know, instrument.
It is.
It really is.
It's extraordinary. Yeah.
I saw or read something you said. Actually, I think you said it to us when you were doing that Glenn Campbell thing about, and I'm trying to remember the words. It was something about you. Was it after the Ryman performance? You said you didn't realize how exhausting you had been performing. I'm trying to remember what it was, or that you weren't singing correctly, or what was it?
Well, it was hard to sing, and from a sort of exhausting standpoint, it was taking an enormous amount of physical exertion to sing, and I didn't realize that. I just thought, well, I'm traveling a lot, and the show is quite physical, and it's 2 hours, and of course I'm exhausted. But it seemed a little more than normal. And since I had the surgery, it's like, oh my goodness! I mean, it was like kind of like having a blocked artery, and then having the whole thing cleared, and all of a sudden I realize I'm running on half a cylinder versus like 16 cylinders.
Right.
It's unbelievable.
Interesting. And it was a polyp, and what causes that?
Well, for me, I actually had this really large nodule on one side of my cords, which is sort of a callus, really. As my doctor said, he goes, "Look, if you worked in a factory for as many years as you've been singing, you'd have calloused hands.
Right.
But you got calloused cords from just, I sang 5 nights a week, 4 hours a night when I was in my teens. So years of that and years of bad habits, a little period of a less than healthy lifestyle, Lon, and it all kind of caught up with me.
It has a tendency to do that. Well, we'll catch up with Keith on all kind of things as we get along.